From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
Africans across the globe have expressed deep disappointment in South African President Cyril Ramaphosa following his recent appearance at the White House. What was meant to be a diplomatic engagement quickly exposed something far more troubling: the quiet surrender of sovereignty. Ramaphosa's passive demeanor, especially as US President Donald Trump pushed a false narrative about the so-called white genocide in South Africa, left many stunned. Trump questioned why Julius Malema had not been arrested for hate speech, ignoring the fact that South Africa's own constitutional court had cleared him. And Ramaphosa said nothing. By allowing Trump to talk over him, by failing to correct blatant misinformation, and by flying to Washington, D.C. instead of demanding mutual respect, Ramaphosa sent a quiet but dangerous message that African leaders can still be summoned like school children by Western powers. Check out what Dr. Umar had to say.
I was very disappointed in the way that President Ramaphosa of South Africa conducted himself with President Trump. I really feel that he allowed President Trump to drive the conversation.
I didn't see him meet. I didn't get the chance to watch.
You gotta watch it. I felt like he completely disrespected the South African people, who I love. I'm very close with the South African family. And I felt the president of South Africa did not assert the dignity of his people by defending why so many South Africans are considering appropriating land from these Caucasians, because y'all invaded our country centuries ago, stole that land, enslaved us on our own territory, and now you have the audacity, President Trump, to call me a criminal to take back what was stolen from me by white criminals. And I really felt the president of South Africa let Donald Trump push an untrue narrative in his face. In his face.
I know
and
you
not say nothing back. I really felt he dishonored all of the great South African leaders that have come before him. You understand? No way Shaka Zulu was going to do that. You follow? No way Chris Hani. No way Steve Biko. No way Robert Sobukwe was going to sit in the White House, understanding what the U.S. government has done to Africa, and sit there and let President Trump accuse you of being complicit in genocide, when this country has financed genocide against different African populations throughout time. I really felt he did the South African people a disservice by letting Donald Trump treat him like he was a child.
It was an opportunity to assert our independence, to defend our democratic institutions, and he let it pass. South Africa is not America's backyard. The world was watching, and in the face of colonial undertones and misinformation, President Ramaphosa chose compliance over courage. For many Africans, this wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a moment of humiliation. No, Dr. Umar is right. Dr. Umar is right. By not disputing the misinformation, you are literally telling the Western powers that, hey, Africans are still not, the African leaders are still not waking up. They are still not aware of the power they hold. The richest continent in the world, yes, the richest continent in the world, Africa, is managed by puppets that are still scared to confront or demand mutual respect. It's still a taboo. So, yeah, no. I was also disappointed in Ramaphosa. People are saying, oh my gosh, he kept it well. He was respectful. Trump was acting like a clown, going up and down, swaying his body from left to right, screaming and shouting. And Ramaphosa just wanted peace. Ramaphosa did not want another Zelensky showdown in the White House. Ramaphosa did not want to embarrass South Africa. He kept it peaceful and demure. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to show a person that, you know what, I can be that person. You want to go loud? I can go there with you. I can meet you in your playing field. I can meet you up there. You're not the only person that can, throw their toys around and, in a tantrum, throw fits of tantrums, fits of rage, and you expect us to comply. No, we are humans. At the end of the day, we all bleed blood. Sometimes you have to show a person that I can do that. I can be wretched. I can go there. You're not the only one. So, yeah, Ramaphosa sent a very dangerous message to the Western elites that, you know what, Africa is still asleep. African leaders, African puppets are still asleep. We can still boss them around. We are still complicit. We are complying to the orders of the Western powers. So I was disappointed. Hey, guys, each to their own. People are seeing it in a different light. People are seeing it as Ramaphosa setting his power through his quiet demeanor. He was very demure and that intimidated Trump. But hey, guys, no, the loudest tin never gets intimidated. It becomes loud until the sound of their own voice, yes, the sound of their own voice, the sound of their own gong becomes who they are. It becomes the only sane sound they understand, the only sane sound they recognize, and they expect the rest of the world to follow that sound that they're making. So Donald Trump busy shouting rah, 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 and hearing his own voice, he expects everyone to walk and obey that voice. Sometimes you have to show him, I can also shout. So I was disappointed. I was expecting a showdown. I was really expecting a showdown based on facts, statistical facts. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell.